two trains A and B. The length of train A is L and train B is 4L traveling into a tunnel of length L. This is the length is what L, parallel tracks from opposite direction. So with velocities, one is what 108 kmph, next one is 72 km per hour respectively. If train A takes 35 seconds less than the train B, so to cross the tunnel, then the length of L is what? First one, let it be, there is a tunnel. So if we choose as this is the tunnel, okay, from this tunnel, if the train has to cross, just imagine, its length is what? It's a L. This is L. The train has to cross. So whenever train is crossing through here, yes, when it comes to finally, so crossed means what? What do you say? For example, this is the A. Its length is the length of this one is what? L. Okay. So to cross means at the time of crossing this one, the total length of this is equals to total length is equals to, so what do you say? It's a L plus L. It's a capital L plus small l. Okay. So time taken to cross the train A is what? Let time taken to cross to cross train A, to cross train A. So what is the train A? It's a L. Time taken T1 is equals to, okay, distance by its velocity. So what is the distance is here? L plus L by its velocity V1. So V1 is what? First one is 108. 108 into 5 by 18 meter per second, because it's what in a kmph. Okay, what? 30 meter per second. This is V1. Okay, velocity of train A. So here T1 is equals to L plus L. L is not mentioned here. It's what? Capital L is equals to it's a 60L is given condition. Okay, it is given. Okay, L is equals to 60L. So 60L plus L by V1. So what is the V1? It's a 30. This will become as what? 61L by 30 is T1. T1 is equals to 61L by 30 is time taken by the first train. So for the second train, same like similarly, if you choose as it's a B, okay, so that is what B. So same that T2 is equals to what you say? T2 is equals to D by V2. T2 is equals to D means what? L plus, so this another train is what? It's a 4L, L plus 4L by it's a V2. Again we should take about what is V2 here. So this is V2. V2 is equals to 72 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay. So 18 ones are, 18 fours are. So the answer is what? 20 meter per second. So this is T2 is equals to L is what? 60L. Okay. Plus 4L by 20 meter per second. T2 is equals to 64L by it's a 20 is the second condition. Okay, 60 plus 1, next to 60 plus 60 plus 4L, 64L, 60 plus 1 means what? 61L. So this is T1, T1 and T2. Time gap is T1 difference T2 is equals to T1 difference T2, it's 35 seconds is given. T1 difference T2 means what? This is one is 64L by 20, 61L by 30. So 64L by 20 minus 61L by 30 is equals to, it's a 35. Okay, so this is what LCM is what? It's a 60. Okay, 23s are 3 into 64L minus 2 into 61, it's a 61L is equals to 35. Okay. So now we can simplify this. 64 into 3, 192. Okay. So this is what? 192 L minus. So 122 L is equals to 35 into 60. 192 minus 122. What do you say? 70. So this is what? 70 L is equals to, this is 2100, 2100, 2100. So now we can check it as this L is equals to 0 0 cancelled, L is equals to 210 by 7. Okay, 7 ones are 7 threes are 30. L is equals to 30 meter. Now he is asking about what is the length of tunnel. Length of tunnel is equals to, length of tunnel is equals to, it's a capital letter L. L is equals to 60 L. So this is what? 60 into, it's L is what? It's a 30. This 6 rows are 18. 1800 meter. My answer is what? 1800 meter. Option C is correct. A passenger sitting in a train is moving at a 90 kmph, observes another train B. First one, train A. Okay, first one is that is sitting in the train. So the train is moving. This is, it's what? A. Okay, train A, which is moving 90 kilometer per hour. Okay, so observes another train B moving in the opposite direction. Another train, it's what? Moving in a opposite direction based on the relative motion concept. So here, opposite direction for 8 seconds. Yes, so it's what? When it is moving in 8 seconds. If the velocity of the train B is, velocity of train B is equals to 54 kilometer per hour, then the length of the train is equals to, here train is here, you are sitting, some person is there inside this, is looking towards the, is looking towards the surroundings, like so when that situation, train B is coming and he can see the train B which is passing. So then what? He can observe that in 8 seconds, for 8 seconds he can see the train. Means what? Within the 8 seconds the train B has passed. Means, so what is the distance of, what is the length of, what is the distance traveled by this train B is the question. Okay. So first one is what? Velocity of train A, VA. VA is equals to 90 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay. So 18 ones are 18 fives are. So 18 fives are. So this is what? 25 meter per second. 25 meter per second. So velocity of train B is equals to, is given 54 kmph. So this is what? 54 into 5 by 18 meter per second. So 54, 18 ones are, 18 threes are. The answer is what? 15 meter per second. Sir, what is the relative speed? The relative speed when they are moving in opposite direction, VA plus VB. You know this. V relative is equals to velocity of train A plus velocity of train B. So what is the velocity of train A? 25 plus next one is 15 is equals to, this is what? 40 meter per second. This is what? It's a relative speed or relative velocity of the trains. So next one. So I'm talking about for the 8 seconds. So distance traveled, S is equals to, okay. So S is equals to V relative into T. V relative, S relative is equals to V relative into T. Okay. So I'm talking about what is the length. Means S relative is equals to, S relative is equals to, what is the V relative? 40. And the time is what? For how many seconds? 8 seconds. So 8 fours are 32, 320 meter is distance traveled by the train, train B as observed by the person sitting in the train A. So the answer is what? D. A boy reaches the airport and finds that escalator is not working. Okay. So he walks up stationary elevator, escalator. So that is what time T1 and remains stationary on the moving escalator. Then escalator takes him to time T2. Yes. The time taken by him to walk up on the moving escalator. First one. So what is the concept of this? The concept is what? Concept is relative motion. Is the relative motion. On what concept is there? It's what? Relative motion. Okay, this is the concept. Next, second thing. So what are the problem solving methods for this? Now, first one. I'm moving that let length of so escalator is equals to length of escalator is equals to what? It's a L. Okay, length of escalator is what? It's a L. Time taken by the boy, first time taken by the boy to move up. So to move up, so by the escalator means what? Time taken by the boy to walk up means what? On move up means what? Walk up on stationary escalator. Stationary escalator is equals to T1. Yes. So this is first one. Here next. So time taken by the boy. Time taken by the boy. So by the boy means what? By the escalator to take him up. So time taken by the boy, it means what? By the escalator to move up, to bring up. Okay, so to move up, what is that? It's a T2. So first one, time taken T1 is equals to first one V, when escalator is moving up. So when the boy moves means what? Walks on moving escalator is what? Here V resultant is equals to velocity of escalator plus velocity of boy. So velocity V resultant means what? Velocity displacement by time. This is the total time taken during this relative case. It's a L by. So this is what V means what? It's a T1 plus L by what? It's a T2. Yes. So here this 1 by T is equals to what do you write? 1 by T is equals to 1 by T1 plus 1 by T2. Then T is equals to T1 T2 by T1 plus T2 is the case. So the answer is C. Passenger train of length. First one is a passenger train. This is what? Passenger train of length. Length is what? L1. L1 is equals to 60 meter is given. Moved at a speed of V1. V1 is equals to what? 80 kmph, kilometer per hour. 80 into 5 by 18. So what is the answer? 8 5s are 40. 400 by 18. It's a V1. Next one. Another train is there. It's a freight train of length. L2 is equals to what? It's a 120 meter. And the speed is what? V2. V2 is equals to given 30 kilometer per hour, it's what 30 into 5 by 18. It's a 150 by 18. Okay, so the ratio of times taken is asking in the two cases. First case is what? They are moving in the same direction, they are moving in the opposite direction. First I am talking about in the same direction, when they move in the same direction. Okay, in a same direction. Now in the same direction means what? When they are moving, first one is what? It's a V1, next one is what? It's a V2. V relative is equals to what? V1 minus V2. And L relative, S relative is equals to what? S1 plus S2. That means what? L1 plus L2. Okay. So first I am talking about V relative. V relative is equals to V1 minus V2. V1 is what? 400 by 18 minus 150 by 18. It's what? 400 minus 150. 250 by 18 is my V relative, is the first one. And S relative is equals to, S relative is equals to what do you say? S1 plus S2 means L1 plus L2, 60 plus what? 120. So what is this? 180 meter. This is what? S relative. So in the same direction. Now what is the time taken? T1. T1 is equals to what? S relative by V relative. So what is the S relative here? 180 by V relative is what? 250 by 180 means into 18. Let it be, this is what? Like another point. Yes. So when they are moving in a opposite direction, so when they are moving, first one is what? First, second is what? In the opposite direction. Okay. Second case is opposite direction. Okay. So opposite direction. When they are moving in opposite direction means what? First one is like this, it's a V1. Next one is like this, it's a V2. Okay. V relative is equals to what? V1 plus V2. Okay. Now V relative is equals to, what is the V1? V1 is equals to 400 by 18 plus, and next one V2 is what? 150 by 18. It's a 550 by 18. Okay. So now T2 is equals to what? S relative by V relative. So what is the S relative here? So same S relative is what? 180 by 550 by what? It's a 80 means what? 18. This is my second case. Now I'm talking about T1 by T2. Okay. So how do you write? It's a T1 by T2. T1 by T2 is equals to, what is T1? This. Okay. This is T1. Next one, it's what? It's a T2. Okay. 180 by this 250 into 18. So 180 into 18 by 250. So reciprocals means what? 550 by 180 into 18. So this and this cancel. 0, 0 cancel. 55 by what? 25. So 5 5s are 5, 11s are. What is the answer? 11 by 5. The answer is what? 11 is to 5. This question, a person standing on open ground. Yes, the question is what? Here is what? From the situation, open ground, hear the sound of a jet aeroplane coming from the north at an angle 60 degrees. So this is the north. For example, plane is here. Yes, this plane is moving like this. Okay, towards here like. Okay, here is a man, a person is this. Yes, here is this is a person. Right? So then you can hear that it makes an angle 60 degrees with him. This is what the angle is, what is it say? 60 degrees. Yes. So when he finds that this is coming from north, okay, he hears the sound. The time taken is what? T1. Next one, when he see that, or when he observes that exactly vertically above the person. Vertically above the person means what? When it be possible, whenever time taken in the first case must be is equals to what? Time taken in the second case. Okay. So just I'm taking as this is what? A, and next one it's a B, and next one person means what? P. Yes. So cos 60 is equals to Cos 60 is equals to adjacent means what? AB by hypotenuse is what? AP. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 is equals to AB by AP is the first one. Next one. For the second situation, so I'm talking about in what case it is possible. T1 is equals to what? T2. T1 means what? Distance by velocity. Distance means what? AB by its velocity is what? Velocity of the plane VP is equals to T2 is what? AP by, so it's what? It's a VB by speed of velocity of sound is what? It's a V. Now next one. AB by AP is equals to VP by V. So AB by AP is what? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is equals to VP by V. So then VP is equals to what? V by 2. Your answer is what? It's a